From News 19, I'm meteorologist Daniel Bonds. This is NOAA's forecast for the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season. 14 to 21 named storms. We're already at 10. We've had 3 hurricanes. The average at this point, we typically would expect 6 and 2, but we're already 10 and 3, and we've had 1 major hurricane, and we do expect Hurricane Idalia to become a major hurricane before making landfall. It looks like tomorrow, somewhere along the western coast of Florida. So here are names so far. Again, Hurricane Idalia officially became a hurricane early Tuesday morning. Here are all the tracks that we've had so far this season. Again, it has been a pretty busy season already, and it looks like it is going to get even busier as we continue to track Hurricane Idalia. Now, if Idalia wasn't out there, we'd be talking about Franklin, because Franklin is a well-defined hurricane. Notice it does have winds of 130 miles per hour with gusts up to about 165. It is moving towards the north-northeast at about 9 miles per hour. The good news is it does stay away from the continental United States. I will say it will cause an added rip current risk for the East Coast, including South Carolina. So the surf is going to be very dangerous for all swimmers, and you do want to heed the advice of local beach patrol if you're going to be heading to the beach over the next several days, possibly even into the Labor Day weekend, as those rip currents still may be pretty high. So something to think about there. We're also tracking these 2 areas. As of right now, moderate risk of further development, but those 2 we're not really concerned with, I have to be honest with you. The biggest story this week is going to be Hurricane Idalia as it continues to make its way towards the western coast of Florida. 8 a.m. advisory has winds of 80 miles per hour, gust up to 90, moving towards the north at 14 miles per hour. So it is continuing to get a little bit better organized and gain some strength, and it is expected to rapidly intensify before it makes landfall. It looks like early tomorrow morning. Here is the forecast from the National Hurricane Center, kind of a wide view of that forecast as it moves towards Florida and then southeastern parts of Georgia along the coastal region of South Carolina, possibly through the coastal region of North Carolina as well, and then kind of widens out, at least that cone of uncertainty, especially as we go into Friday, Saturday, and even into Sunday. So here's the spaghetti models for Hurricane Idalia. At this point, you know, it's pretty good consensus until you get to about Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it kind of widens out just a touch. Here is the tropical wind forecast. As we mentioned, it's going to make landfall, it looks like, somewhere along the Big Bend and or western coast of Florida as a possibly a very powerful Category 3, maybe even a Category 4 storm at this point. You notice those tropical storm force winds extend pretty far out, and then gradually those tropical storm force winds and hurricane winds will start to decrease as the system does interact with land. Now, this is Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. The system will continue to move off the coast, and for us in South Carolina, the weather will improve. Here are the hurricane warnings, the tropical storm warnings, and for us here in South Carolina, we also have a tropical storm watch. This is in effect for the low country of South Carolina. This does include Berkeley, Charleston, coastal Colleton County, Beaufort, and Jasper County. So tropical storm watches in place for the low country of South Carolina. Also, storm surge watch for a large portion of our coastal region as well, the low country of South Carolina. And that's not all. We also have a flood watch in effect for a large part of the low country. No other watches or warnings in effect as of right now, but that will probably change as we get closer to tomorrow. Closer look at the cone of uncertainty along with the watches, and you can kind of see at least the projected path from the National Hurricane Center. So again, it may change a little bit, but again, as of right now, pretty good consensus here as we go into tomorrow and early parts of Thursday. Here are the spaghetti models in that same area. You notice they're tightly wound right along the coast of South Carolina. A little bit of a wide view of our tropical forecast. For today across South Carolina and Georgia, there'll be a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, but the big day is tomorrow, obviously, as we continue to track Hurricane Idalia as it makes its way towards the north and eventually turning a little bit more towards the north and east. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms across the Midlands early Wednesday, but you'll notice all that rain continues to spread across the Palmetto State. This is late Wednesday night, some lingering showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms possible very early Thursday, but then as the storm moves on out, the weather does improve Thursday afternoon. Clouds start to decrease and the weather should be pretty pleasant with more of a northerly flow. as far as those tropical storm force winds, the odds of tropical storm force winds for the majority of the Midlands pretty low. It does increase a touch towards Orangeburg and Manning. So you're talking about Orangeburg County, Clarendon County, and then of course the odds of tropical storm force winds increases a lot the closer you get to the low country of South Carolina. For us here in particular, some of the numbers for the Midlands, you're talking about a 40% chance in Manning, Bishopville, 20% chance, and you see those odds about 25% in St. Matthews and Orangeburg. Elsewhere, pretty low chances for tropical storm force winds. A little bit of a closer look at the South Carolina forecast. Scattered showers and thunderstorms today. So not really a big deal today, but we could have some isolated areas that pick up some flooding today. But the big story again is tomorrow. Here we are tomorrow morning, Wednesday. The showers start to move into the area. It looks like by tomorrow afternoon especially. Notice all this rain moving across the Midlands. That's going to be associated with Idalia at that point. It's going to continue to rain and bring us a good bit of heavy rainfall as well as the system kind of moves generally towards the north and east. Early Thursday morning, by the time most of us wake up, it looks like the rain is out of here. The clouds will start to decrease as well, and our weather will greatly improve as we go into Thursday afternoon and into Friday. For the Midlands, we're expecting high temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible today, but the big story is going to be the rain probably for us in the Midlands. Now, you get a little bit closer to the coast, the odds for severe weather is probably going to increase just a touch, but anywhere from 4 to 6 inches possible for parts of the Midlands, especially tomorrow. And that's where the main threat is for excessive rainfall. So this is going to be the main threat in red here for the potential for flash flooding. Again, that is the main risk we're looking at for this storm. There also is at least a small chance for some severe weather. You notice a slight risk here for, we'll say right along and east of I-95. The winds, there is a threat there for damaging wind gusts, but there is also a small threat for a tornadic activity, and that's what you would expect as a tropical system makes its way on to land. So today for the Midlands, showers and thunderstorms, localized flooding possible with any slow-moving storms. And then tomorrow is the day we're expecting heavy rainfall with the flooding possible, breezy conditions, and maybe severe weather in the southern and eastern half of the Midlands. A few clouds early Thursday, but then our weather does improve, and Friday is looking great. Check out Friday morning, lows maybe around 60 degrees. The holiday weekend, not bad whatsoever. Mid-80s Saturday, Sunday, upper 80s by Labor Day. The coastal forecast, do expect more showers and storms on Wednesday. Rain likely Thursday as Idalia continues to move on out, and the weekend looks great if you're heading to the coast. And the weekend looks great if you're heading to the upstate as well. So some good looking weather once we get past tomorrow. Now, as we do look ahead a little bit, September 5th through September 11th, warmer than normal conditions are expected across the southeast, including for us here in the Palmetto State. But we'll continue to monitor and track Hurricane Idalia. Currently does have winds of 80 miles per hour, gusts up to 90. It is moving towards the north at 14 miles per hour. The next advisory for Hurricane Idalia will be at 11 o'clock.